Dear Dhamma friends, when the winds stir the open ocean, the sailor cannot control them, but a wise sailor adjusts his sails and direction. In the same way, the wise live in harmony with the invisible forces of life, what many call luck, fate, or fortune. But from the perspective of Dhamma, we understand it differently. What the world labels as luck, we see as the ripening of kamma. And more importantly, we understand that while we cannot force kamma to unfold a certain way, we can gently guide its flow. Not like operating a machine, but like redirecting a stream with a single stone. Today, I'd like to share how you can naturally attract good fortune, not through superstition or rituals, but through mindful living. By walking the noble eightfold path, by cultivating right view and right intention, and by developing the heart and mind, good fortune naturally follows. Let us reflect together. Redefining luck in the light of Dhamma. Let's begin by rethinking what we mean by luck. People often say things like, "He's so lucky, he found money on the street," or "She's lucky, she survived a storm." But they rarely look beneath the surface to see the hidden roots of such outcomes. In the Dhamma, we speak of vipaka, the results of past actions. What appears to be luck is often the fruit of wholesome deeds planted long ago. Picture this. A man walks into a forest and stumbles upon a rare herb that heals his ailing mother. The world calls it luck. But the Dhamma might suggest, perhaps in another time, he gave medicine to someone in need. So we must shift our understanding. Luck isn't random. It arises from causes and conditions. And this is good news, because causes and conditions can be cultivated. Everyday stories of mindful good fortune. Let me share a few simple but real stories of how mindful living opens the door to good fortune. 1. The traffic light of patience. A man named Kitta in Vancouver practiced mindfulness while driving. He never rushed or reacted in anger. One day he chose to stop at a yellow light while others sped through. Just ahead, a crash occurred. He was safe, not because of chance, but because of a moment of awareness. 2. The cup of tea that changed a life. A young woman named Mira offered tea to an elderly visitor with care and presence. Her sincerity stayed with the elder, who later recommended her for a meaningful position. No charm, no secret mantra, just one mindful moment that opened a door. 3. The shop that blossomed with silence. A lay disciple ran a humble shop. When treated rudely, he responded with patience and kindness. Over time, his reputation grew. Customers came not just to buy things, but to feel peace. His business thrived, not through clever marketing, but through calm virtue. The invisible net of kamma, think of your actions as threads, woven into a vast net, a net that stretches across lifetimes. Every smile, every kind word, every act of restraint sends ripples through this web, and often these ripples return. Not immediately, not always in obvious ways, but they return. And this net doesn't just belong to you, it connects all beings. When you live mindfully, you don't just uplift yourself, you illuminate a path for others too. Your presence becomes a blessing in their lives. A simple daily routine to invite good fortune. Here is a small daily routine to help you cultivate wholesome conditions for fortune to arise. Morning, upon waking. Recite, "May all beings be happy. May I walk today with mindfulness and compassion." Take 3 mindful breaths. Reflect, "Today I will plant seeds of goodness." Midday, before eating. Offer silent gratitude. This food, this moment, this breath, I do not take them for granted. Eat slowly, taste the moment. Bless the hands that prepared your meal. Evening, before sleep. Reflect, where did I act with mindfulness today? Where did I forget? Forgive yourself. End with gratitude. Whisper, "Tomorrow I will try again." The supernatural power of the simple. People often seek supernatural ways to attract luck, mantras, crystals, amulets. But I tell you, the most extraordinary power is a clear mind. A calm mind is like a still lake. It reflects the stars. A scattered mind, like choppy water, sees nothing clearly. With clarity, you recognize the right moment to speak, the person to trust, the opportunity to follow. It's a kind of wisdom that feels magical, but it's born from mindfulness, not mysticism. So instead of chasing powers, cultivate these: the power of restraint, the power of deep listening, the power of self-reflection, the power of loving kindness, the power of silence. These are the true supernatural powers in daily life. The hidden treasure of adversity. Not all misfortune is misfortune. Sometimes what seems like bad luck is actually a gift in disguise, a door closing so a better one can open. A lost job, a broken heart, an illness, all can become fertile ground for wisdom and compassion. Remember the story of the farmer. His horse ran away. Neighbors said, "Bad luck." He replied, "Maybe." The horse returned with 3 wild horses. "Good luck." "Maybe." His son broke his leg trying to tame one. "Bad luck?" "Maybe." When soldiers came to conscript young men, his son was spared. "Good luck." "Maybe." Who can truly say what is good or bad? The wise meet life not with judgment but with equanimity. Beyond fortune, the supreme goal. While attracting good fortune is comforting, the Dhamma leads us to something far greater: liberation. The noble eightfold path is not designed to make us wealthy or powerful, but to end suffering. Yet as we walk this path sincerely, good fortune often walks beside us, not always as riches, but as peace, clarity, true friendship, and inner joy. The garden of the mind. Cultivating the soil of fortune. Think of the mind as a field. If we neglect it, weeds grow wild. But if we plant wholesome seeds, water them with mindfulness, and remove the weeds of unskillful thoughts, the harvest is sweet and nourishing. Which seeds attract good fortune? 1. Gratitude. Begin and end each day with a grateful heart. Gratitude is like rich soil. It draws in kindness, steadies the mind, and opens the heart. A simple practice. Each night, recall 3 things you're grateful for. Even in hardship, find one thing. Gratitude doesn't deny suffering. It transforms how we see it. 2. Generosity, dana. Give freely, your time, your words, your presence. True generosity expects nothing in return. I once knew a layman who offered hot meals to strangers. Years later, when his shop burned down, help arrived from unexpected places. People he had forgotten remembered his kindness. 3. Virtue, esaila. Virtue is a magnet for peace. Keep the 5 precepts. Speak truth. Refrain from harm. A virtuous life brings confidence, inner joy, and the quiet trust of others. 4. Mindfulness, sati. Be here for your life. Much of what we call bad luck, accidents, missed chances, conflict, arises from inattention. A mindful person sees the road clearly and often avoids the pitfalls others stumble into. 5. Right effort. Don't wait for fortune to knock loudly. Often it whispers. With steady effort and perseverance, you become ready to hear it. Let me leave you with this reflection. True fortune is not winning the lottery. It is being free from envy when others win. True fortune is not having no obstacles. It is having the patience and strength to overcome them. True fortune is not in getting more. It's in needing less. Closing, a final blessing. May your days be guided by mindfulness. May your nights rest in gratitude. May your heart become a refuge of kindness. And may good fortune arise naturally in your life, not as a reward, but as a reflection of your inner light. This is the way of mindfulness. This is the way of the wise. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.